Joining me now to discuss, Georgia Republican Congressman and member of the all-important House Intelligence Committee, Austin Scott. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, Kennedy. Great to be with you.
So have you had more of a briefing than the unclassified brief that was given to other members of Congress on the Intelligence Committee?
So we have been briefed on a lot of things, including TikTok, fentanyl, balloons, Chinese weapon systems that Americans need to be made aware of. And, you know, I think there's pretty broad agreement that we want to begin to declassify more and more of the information with regard to China and the threat that they are, Kennedy. And it's amazing to me that, you know, less than 14 days, the Chinese flew a spy balloon across the United States of America, gathering intelligence information on our military bases and other American institutions, and yet Ford Motor Company comes out yesterday and says they're going to partner with China in the development of batteries. And so, if we're going to defeat China in the economic war that we're in with them, then it's got to be all hands on deck, and that includes corporate America. And so we believe, as the Intel Committee under Mike Turner's leadership, we believe that more and more of the issues with all of these things that China is doing to the American citizens need to be declassified so that America understands the threat that they are, and that corporate America can't simply turn their head and look the other way and pretend that China's anything other than an adversary.
Yeah, because it is not economic freedom. Obviously, you know, big companies want access to the Chinese market. There's almost 2 billion people there, and their middle class is growing. They've got more people who are buying more stuff. What do you say to American companies who do want to capitalize on, you know, electric vehicles and alternative energy when a majority of the minerals are controlled by the communist Chinese government? Where else should they go?
Yeah, don't put dollar bills ahead of the red, white, and blue. I mean, this is America. You know, Americans have personal freedom, individual liberty, and economic opportunity. That's something the people in Chinese people don't have and enjoy. And when you look at iconic companies like Ford Motor Company. I drive a Ford F-350. I mean, it breaks my heart to see them, you know, contracting with, you know, the communist Chinese government, you know, less than 2 weeks after they flew a spy balloon over the United States of America. And
what would you like to hear from the president? When the
president
president does finally address the nation as a congressman trying to bring some comfort to your constituents, what would you like to hear from the White House right now?
I want him to say that it's all hands on deck. I want him to talk about the issue of fentanyl. I had right at 10 overdoses in Crisp County, Georgia, a county that I represent, a small county, just this past week. Just talked with the sheriff about it this afternoon. I want him to talk about the economic impact of them stealing our intellectual property. I want him to talk about the need for companies like Ford Motor Company to break their ties with communist China. I want him to talk about the fact that we don't have to give tax credits to companies that are doing business with China. As if you read the Ford press release, that's one of the reasons they're doing it, is because they're going to get the tax credits, as I understand it.
No, that is their bottom line is the name of the game for their investors. I understand that, but I share your frustration, and there have to be better ways of doing this, and hopefully American innovation will figure that out. Congressman Scott, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.